Back to you shortly. Now to a plot to kill Iraqi school children, a plot that would have been devastating if not uncovered. I spoke about that with U.S. Army Major General William Caldwell, the chief spokesman for U.S. forces in Iraq. Joining us now in Baghdad, Major General William Caldwell, U.S. Army, the chief spokesman for the multinational forces in Iraq. General, this Huda Girls School, this plot that has apparently been thwarted, these propane tanks, we're showing our viewers, we're going to show them some pictures of what you've made available to us. Walk us through what we know.
Well, what we found out was our troopers from our 1st Cav Division just this past week found some detonating wire across the street from the school, picked it up and started trailing it, and it led into the school. And once they got into the school and it started unraveling what was obviously a very sophisticated, premeditated attempt to inflict just massive casualties, you know, on our most innocent victims, young children, girls in this case, we found artillery shells that were being literally built into the ceiling. We found artillery shells, again, all hooked up with wires being built into the floors. We found propane tanks, 2 very large propane tanks built into the floors under the stairwells. Somebody had clearly taken and planned to take this school, a place of learning for these young children, and turn it into an absolute death trap.
This was a school. Who was building this school?
We had Iraqi contractors building it, and obviously, as you can imagine, we're looking at that very closely right now.
But this was U.S. money. U.S. taxpayers were building a school for girls in Iraq, and it was supposed to eventually bring in hundreds of girls. And this plot, if it had gone forward, once the girls were inside the school, it was operating, they were going to ignite these propane tanks and the other explosives. Is that what you're suspecting?
Absolutely. And Wolf, as we've gone through and removed these artillery shells from the school, as I said, they were in the ceilings, which would have caused, you know, the explosion down and caused the other floors to cave in. They were found in the floors. They were at the doors to the classrooms where the children, the girls would have been in. I mean, it was truly just an incredibly ugly, dirty kind of vicious killing that would have gone on here by Al-Qaeda.
You suspect Al-Qaeda was responsible for this plot?
Well, we do. We do, because of the nature in which this thing had been put together, the sophistication in which it had been pulled and laid out. I mean, it was so well done and so well placed in the school area. So we're just fortunate these young troopers happened to stumble across the wire across on the other side of the street.
I want to move on, but the girls in this school, predominantly Iraqi Shia girls, is that right?
They are. I mean, obviously it's a school for young girls. Without regard to sex, but obviously you can look at the area upon which these children were going to go to school.
U.S. Army Major General William Caldwell speaking with us just a little while ago from Baghdad. Thank God that plot was thwarted.